So hey guys, what's up? What's good? It's your boy Femi the amazing African Average's number one finest fine artist, and I'm with my man.
Abstract.
So yeah, for those who don't already know Abstract, like come on, you should know him already now. Fine boy, fresh Abstract, baddest rapper with bars.
You get me?
So yeah, today we're going to be talking about depression, and the reason being that we just came across the issue trending on Twitter about the guy Wally who lost his life. He said he's been depressed for 7 years. So
Really?
I'm like, no, we just have to talk about it. So I'm just going to sound like the typical lame ass asshole on the street today. Just coming from the angle where why kill yourself? Like there's a lot to live for. Life is sweet. Even if you don't sup today, it will sup tomorrow. So why kill yourself?
Don't start.
So what do you have to say, man?
Don't have to say anything. No. Depression is real. And suicide happens. You cannot blame the victim, blame the system. Don't blame the victim, blame the system.
Nah, fam.
So anybody that kills themselves has a reason. So it's your duty as a human being to be kind and available so that you avoid suicide. Because most of the time that people kill themselves is because they were like literally alone while they were on earth and still going through pain. So why not still be alone and not go through pain when they take their lives?
Okay. So now I'm just looking at it from this angle now. Okay. You're sad because basically if you're going to define depression as like a mood disorder, where you're sad, where you're angry about some certain things. Maybe you expected this and this and this to play out and it didn't play out. So it now affects your mood. So me, I'm like just reasoning that if you had your plan A, B, C, and ABC didn't play out like that, what are you supposed to do? Are you not just supposed to go back to the drawing board, re-strategize and come
Not
back?
everybody is built with that energy. If you are, then you are lucky. I swear, then you should.
No, but Abstract, no, beside
should.
me. I'm not really looking at it like that.
I have that energy to go back to the drawing board. You understand? But not everybody does.
Okay.
The same way you recover from an injury is not the same way another person recovers from an injury.
Okay, but there's supposed to be that part where you're supposed to recover. There's
Well,
supposed
you
to be
could
recovery.
recover.
No, you should recover.
Okay, but what if recovery is taking too long and you're impatient?
Then be patient for goddamn sake, because
Okay.
one thing now, because
Patience
I
is a virtue.
no, because
And not everybody has that virtue.
because I'm looking the way I'm looking at it now, but like I just see people who commit like suicide to be very selfish, because you killing yourself now, like the problem you say, okay, you've run away from the problem, quite alright, but you're leaving people in pain. You're killing you killing yourself now. Okay, you have parents, stigma now.
You didn't ask to come into the world at first.
Nah, fam.
And for real, like they'll tell you literally, you didn't ask to come into the world. And for you to kill yourself of depression, there must be a certain level of solitude, whether physical, emotional, spiritual, something. You need to be alone. You need to first be alone.
Okay.
When you are depressed, it feels like the whole world is coming at you and like no other person is dealing with that problem right now. You understand? Like this is me. Like don't tell me it's going to be inappropriate if you tell somebody that just lost his mom that Toby just lost her mom yesterday, but she's not crying like you. You understand? Like it's terrible. It's invalidating her feelings.
Yes.
Do you get? So if you are strong enough to get over something in 2 days, does not mean every other person is strong enough to get over that. You understand? So you cannot keep blaming the victim.
No, because me, I'm looking at the point where there's always a solution.
How do you know there's always a solution?
No, Abstract, like
maybe it's because there was a solution for you.
No, I'm trying to say, okay, if you're feeling some type of way, definitely there should be somebody you could talk to.
How do you know that?
Abstract, even if you don't have friends, you have elders. Even if you don't have elders, you have spiritual leaders. Where
You think it's everybody that is religious?
No.
Okay,
I'm just
ask
saying.
you a question. In a situation where you have been abused by your pastor, by your so-called pastor, will you be able to go back to him to tell him anything?
No, you definitely I won't. But the other people I will be able to reach out to.
Like who? Elderly people.
Yeah, like elderly people.
Okay, what if you reach out to elderly people and they don't proceed to do any help? or give any help, because they probably don't have the wisdom in that area that you are having problems with. They'll tell you what, they will refer you to somebody, they'll tell you to pray.
Okay, so you're trying to say anyone that's depressed now, that's if from where I'm coming, you're trying to say anyone that's depressed now should be left to deal with his problem until he's ready to.
No.
Okay.
It's not that they should be left. That's what I said, that you should put in conscious effort to be kind and to be available for those that you can be available for.
But yeah,
because you do not know. Yes, now, like you are saying that the person should go.
Yes.
How do you know if you set yourself available for me to come and tell you that I'm going through a problem?
Okay, so now I want to ask you now, does a depressed person know he's depressed?
Of course.
Okay, so he knows he's depressed.
Yes.
Then fine, if he knows, then he's supposed to seek like a solution to the problem.
What kind of solution do you mean?
Like just someone to talk to.
How do you think there's someone to talk to for everybody?
Abstract, there's always someone to talk to.
How do you know that?
Because there's always someone to talk to.
For you?
For me.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
No, abstract, there's always
Have you
someone
eaten
to
today?
talk. Yes, I have.
Good. Do you know there are people that have not eaten today?
Yes.
Good.
But if they reach out and
Reach out to
abstract,
the poor people in Uganda.
Why do we have beggars?
The poor people. Okay, you think it's every beggar that? Come on.
No, abstract. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That why do we have beggars? We have beggars because they can't eat and they can't stay indoors, so they need to go out to look for what to eat. Okay. So you now say, okay, I've not eaten and I want to stay inside and let hunger kill me.
Okay.
That's not you being reasonable now. You're just trying to say, okay, this is my problem. I'm going to wait.
The analogy is shifting because now, you don't know if these certain people have found such solutions before and they did not see. And they did not get solutions. It is not impossible.
Yes.
We have seen those students that they never seem to pass. Their parents have put them in each lesson, everything.
Yes.
Let me tell you, if a certain person like that, maybe like you've seen university students kill themselves because of low grades.
Yes.
I've lost a friend that killed himself 5 days before WAEC in my secondary school.
Okay, so now what would you like? How would you describe that?
Do you know
situation?
what? I cannot describe. It is not left for me.
No,
it is not left for me.
No, because
let me tell you, everybody. You already know that everybody.
When people listen to what you're saying, now they're going to be like, okay, I think this guy is kind of like trying to justify it. No, I'm coming from the angle where I want people to listen and be like, no, suicide is never an option.
You don't
it's
justify
never an option. There's always another plan.
You don't justify
because now you're trying to say, okay, no, any student now who goes to school and doesn't make
let me tell you something.
No,
you are,
education is not
you're putting like words in my mouth.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. You see, I'm not saying that suicide is the best option. If suicide was not an option, it wouldn't have been taken. You seek solutions. You go to your pastor pray for you. You finish praying. What's going to happen next? You don't get your distance. Okay, they will say that your faith is low. You go to this. You go to teachers. We've seen people go to teachers for solutions and they tend to touch them. Like women.
Yes.
You go to parents, African parents, typical, scold you, tell you what's that problem. Come on, we'll go and wash plate. And your heart is not strong like Femi's heart. They've probably sought solutions several places and they didn't get. And because they did not get that one last person to tell them that, look, it's going to be all right. You're going to be fine. We're going to go through this together. They feel like, oh, shit, everybody's acting like they can't help me. It's a mental illness. You understand? It is, when you are sad, it's a mood. Yes. Sadness is a mood. You can snap off it. Depression is it takes toll of like your body, soul, and mind. Do you understand? It comes with several other mental illnesses that is under talked about. Do you understand? So, like, if you're strong, does not mean every other person. It's now left for you to decide that you want to extend your strength to these people. Do you get? Do you understand? So it is not like it is a favorable option, but it is an option which a few people tend to take. Now, it is not the right option, but you cannot tell them that. You are not the one feeling what they are feeling. So all you can do is to suggest to them, is to advise them. Do you understand? You have them proper. If I tell you, bro, like I sew shirts, I'm like, I've been feeling sad. I've been sewing shirts for 15 years. I've not been able to get myself a TV. It's now your duty to say, okay, come, let me see. Me, I don't have money now, but let me go and help you look for one or two people that can just at least tell you to sew shirts for them. Do you understand?
But now, if you look at this analogy you're giving now, the guy reached out to you. He told you, I have been doing this.
Okay. Now, what if I just spoke on the positive side? What if the guy comes and meets you and you don't do anything, and then he goes to meet Pen and that one does not do anything, and he meets other people and you don't do anything? He go tire him.
But see, abstract. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've always been that person that always I do things for myself, so I don't really count on people to do things for me. So I'm just really looking at it that that's just how we should be, because we're all going to be accountable for all our actions individually. So you're now saying, okay, society was supposed to do this and society didn't do this, then it's now affecting you. Then you in return now decide to dwell on that one and now decide to take your life.
It's not you that decides. You don't understand. Let me tell you something. You cannot necessarily choose sadness. Do you understand? Do you know you can be depressed without even knowing why you are depressed? Do you know that?
Yes, there's a possibility.
You can be depressed without knowing why you are depressed.
Okay.
Do you get? You can be depressed. You know you are depressed. You know that things are not moving. You are getting sad. Things that excite you have stopped exciting you. Nothing makes you happy. Your best friends, your loved ones, like stuff is not working well for you anymore, or something, or has never worked well for you. Like it could be like a combination of several occurrences. Yes. And then you just know somebody will just come say, "I found out, you come out yesterday, day before yesterday, you know, come waiting to happen." You understand? Some people might not even know at that stage that they are depressed. Yes. You understand? It is great sadness. That's the worst way to break it down. Nobody wants to be sad, but there is a greater sadness. It's not everybody that finds a solution. Some people find a solution and are too lazy to even get the solution.
Okay, so now from all what you've said now, so what's your advice to people who are feeling depressed?
I mean, like they should not stop the fight. Once you keep up the fight, as you said, like they should try to consciously go back to redraw the plan, whatever it may be. They should keep seeking help, and I hope they find, because if they don't seek help, they are going to leave the world.
Yeah, because that's just it to me. I just want them to keep seeking help. Like, just don't don't just keep everything to yourself, because I know there are people who really are introverted and they don't really like speaking out.
That's very true.
But you really can't keep everything to yourself. So just try traveling, hanging out with friends.
Those ones are even capital intensive. Just do anything in your elementary state that can make you happy. If it's taking a stroll, if it's playing a sport, if it's playing a game, if it's knitting, if it's doing something. Once you can find one
and
way to be happy.
Also, I think they should just be open-minded. Don't really have expectations. But I think that's the major.
Sometimes no, you cannot say that.
No,
you cannot say that. You cannot say that.
That's the major cause.
You cannot say that. Let me tell you. Apart from depression, there are several other things. That's the thing. Like, first of all, you need to enlighten yourself on like the mental issues that young people go through that they probably don't even know about. There's the ADHD, there's RSD, there's anxiety. There's several of these that we just think, come on, Joey, they do like. Even people where they do like bole.
Yes.
Do you understand? There's something that is just we are just undereducated. Do you understand? So some of these things have treatments, like drug wise. Some of these things require therapy. Some of these things
true.
Do you understand? So it's just like to keep creating awareness, letting people know when you see hotlines for suicide, you share. You don't know, nobody is going. It's not everybody that has the balls to come and tell you that, oh my bro, this is what I'm going through. Some people are scared that you will laugh at them. Some people are scared that you mock them. Some people are even scared that they will come to you and you will not even find a solution for them, and that's just one secret exposed. Do you understand? So people have their shit. These things, when you see people with it and have conversations like this, you realize that it's not like the way your brain works.
Yeah.
It's not the same way. You see, Do you understand? Like, if I'm injured here, the way I'm going to feel is not the same way I'm going to feel.
Yeah.
Do you get? So you can never. I'll tell you it hurts, but you say no be injury where I dey injure every day. Does not mean that it should not hurt me. Do you understand? What if I was not built for that aspect? It's very possible. It's very possible. You understand? And it's the same way that you can be physically healthy and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe now somebody break your heart. 12 weeks. You never chop. Do you understand? Like, there's different aspects. So like, we're not all built differently. So we need to be like enlighten ourselves more to know that some people are not as strong, like mentally and psychologically and even your experiences. You are probably doing what you love. You understand? Some of them are not. So you cannot think. You're probably even around people that make you happy. Your girlfriend, even if it's your side chick, your best friend, your neighbor. Do you understand? But there are some people that are living in this life, and when you see them in cars and everything, but they're still not happy. It's possible.
True.
It's really possible.
True that.
So
it's okay. So we've all listened to King Abstract, but truth is, depression is real though. Depression is real, and it really affects lots of people, you know. And I just hope and pray, like Abstract said, you have the energy to be able to share and speak out, you know, because the more you keep it to yourself, the more it eats you.
yeah.
So just come out of that space and, you know, just try and interact with people and just, true, because the more you tend to talk to people, even though Abstract said there are people who might take advantage of it and mock you, but you know, just
it happens.
It happens. So you could just reach out to people who you know will always have your back. You know, family. I believe,
if
family.
you do have family that are supportive, because you've
yeah.
also heard of abusive families,
True.
sexually, mentally, and physically. Your daddy can touch you. Your mommy can call you names.
True.
Your brother can hit you. You cannot go and tell those people your problems.
That's all.
So you know, and for those that don't have these issues, let's appreciate it.
Yeah, and also
let's appreciate and learn
be an
the
asshole
art.
like me.
Yes.
Don't be an asshole like me, and you know, let's
learn
try
the
and
art.
you know reason with them, because we are all not tailored, you know, and built the same way. Pressure gauge, you know, did the same level. Within, if you crush you, if you just hit person like stone.
Facts, like it's not even. It's not
So
so
just try and be reasonable and listen. Whenever someone reaches out to you you know, see you as someone you could confide in, you know, try
and be available and reasonable.
True that. Anyhow now, so take care guys, and just be someone can talk to.
Nice.
And now take care. Peace out.